on a full scale. My name is Tomi Siojo, and this is the Bumper Breakfast. And joining me this morning, like every other Friday, is Dr. Precious Was. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you.
You're always looking beautiful as usual.
Thank you. I feel cool.
And good morning to our beautiful, beloved viewers.
You should have just told me you're wearing a turtleneck, and maybe I would have just decided to have pity on you and.
You know what happens when there is a skip in time, and then you just decide?
That's exactly what happened, right? you were just like, oh my. First thing I put my hands on. I can just imagine. But of course, how was your week?
Yeah, it was splendid. A bit busy, but
yeah, you've been on the road. You know, I told you, you've been enjoying life.
You know, this is no time to talk about big brother and small brother now. We need to talk about the hiking fuel price and the tariff on electricity that went up, because
it's
heartbreaking.
It's not heartbreaking, Dr. Precious. Why do you think it's heartbreaking?
It's heartbreaking because you see, the common Nigerian will be most affected. Let me tell you how it's done outside the country. Let me tell you how it's done. The tariff is increased in the posh areas to cater for the light in the low areas.
That's exactly what happened this time. The difference in your case is that you have been seeded. Your area has been seeded.
There's nothing you can do when Tommy is on the side of the government and the side
because my deal,
power
you know, you know, I'm really not on their side because we're discussing that really today. This is exactly what happened.
Okay.
On last week Saturday, we intentionally in my house decided to go buy card, not because we needed to, or because I wanted to know what the increase in tariff was going to be like.
Okay.
My friends inside estates around Lagos, from Ikoyi to even the estate in Iyanokwaja to Omole Estate to Magodo, told me they had always been on premium, so I knew. I had a friend in Omole Phase 1, this is a Magodo Phase 1, who had always bought about 30,000 naira card every month for his apartment. So I knew that, they were always on premium price. So I knew that. Now, when he was going to buy light, I told him to tell me. He said he was going to buy about 50,000 worth of light for the same number of units he used to buy for 30,000. So that's exactly what happened. The people in Ikoyi, for example, someone who used to buy 220 units for, say, 20,000 in Ikoyi, now buys 20,000 light, but he gets 100 and something units. Whoa. You get it? So when I got all the information, I decided to go buy mine. I don't live in the estate, right? I live behind them. So I went to buy mine. And I discovered that mine was the same. My prices didn't go up. My tariff actually was exactly what I used to buy. The difference, however, was just in the cover. Something very small. So basically, the number of units I used to buy was the exact same number of units I used to buy, say for 1 unit or less than 2 units.
Okay.
So I don't feel it at all. So everybody in my area is not feeling it at all.
So I see the reason why you're on the side of the
so I had to say, okay, you know what? It's better we come edge, because people just hear there is a hike in electricity price and assume and anticipate that they are going to be surcharged a lot. But it's actually the people, the people in the really rich areas pay much more than the people. So I had to do a practical example to find out. So like the people in Mushi are still paying the exact same amount they used to pay, say for maybe a naira or kobo.
And do you know the latest thing that's happened? I think I need to put this out there. And
their neighbors in Ilukweju
pay more. The latest thing that's happened is the electric power authorities have now devised a means. So what they do is they put the prepaid meter in transformers. So people pay according to what your transformer gives. So whatever amount the transformer gives, they share among the people in that community. And that's what they do right now.
So you now see that. But I think in your case, you've just landed in some hot pepper soup.
I'm thinking of disconnecting my air conditioners.
But do you know why you landed in some hot pepper soup?
Tell me about it.
You just left Ibadan Electric and you came to Ikeja. Ikeja Electric needs more money than Ibadan Electric. Ikeja Electric is in Alausa. I mean, Ikeja Electric serves the...
What a way to welcome me to your zone. It's so heartbreaking.
It's so heartbreaking, right? So you really need to go back to...
Where I'm coming from, I tell you.
You need to go back. Because, when you spend 200 naira on a meal in Ibadan, you're full. When you spend 200 naira on a meal in Lagos, the only thing you can eat for 200 naira in Lagos is the bread and 100 naira beans. And the beans will be so tiny inside the bowl, you'll be asking them, have you finished selling it or still remain?
Whoa.
But in Ibadan, you can conveniently have a meal for 200 naira.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not my salary.
Here I come.
So maybe you need to relocate. But anyway, that was just a discussion this morning. And what's on the front page of the papers?
Okay, on the Nations this morning, why we quit NESG board by bank CEOs. And this is a very interesting one. Dubai-bound passenger nabbed with 2,886 ATM cards.
Wow.
Now he was on the way en route to Dubai.
200 and what?
2,886 ATM cards. I saw the pictures. Now he hid them in an Indomie carton. So Indomie cartons, he had all of them well arranged.
Inside carton?
Inside the noodle carton.
So, hold on. He had noodles in the carton?
No noodles. Just the
cards. Oh yeah. My.
2,886 ATM cards. The question is, where did he get it?
Nigerians. A Nigerian.
A Nigerian, of course.
Did you hear the story? Was it not last week, Friday? We're talking about the story of the two guys who were nabbed for fraud, for defrauding a German company?
Yeah.
And two Nigerian young men?
It's so disheartening. And do you know that up until now, the government of Dubai is not renewing the work permit of Nigerians?
Because some people have decided to give all of us a bad name there.
So you go out, at times I feel so heartbreaking when I go out of the country and then they find out you have a green passport and they have to subject you to extra scrutiny, extra checkups, extra interrogation.
Like what our dear President Donald Trump is doing to Chinese in America right now. Extra scrutiny.
I'm not surprised.
Extra scrutiny.
And we're also facing the same thing right now.
We are used to it. When a black person, when an African gets to a country and they have to look at you, ask you questions. Of course, you were given a visa from your own country before you go to their country. But then you get to their country and then they begin to grill you and give you all of the questions and you're asking the question, why did you give me visa in the first place? You shouldn't have even given me the visa in the first place.
Very true.
So we are used to it, but I'm sure the Chinese will now be wondering and saying, oh yeah, this is what Africans used to go through. Oh my.